Hello, it's Dina Rich, Broker Associate at Keller Williams Realty on South Padre Island. In this video, we'll discuss what happens when a buyer wants to view or make an offer on a property that's listed by their buyer agent or by another agent in the buyer agent's office. First, let's talk about what happens if you want to make an offer on a property listed by a Keller Williams Lower Rio Grande Valley agent. An addendum is added to the contract called the Intermediary Relationship Notice. It states that I represent you, the prospect, and the other agent represents the seller, the owner. Simple as that. Now let's talk about what your options are if you want to view or make an offer on one of my listings. Before we visit the property, I'll ask you to sign a representation disclosure. All this does is provide documentation that I've disclosed to you that I represent the seller. If you decide that you want to make an offer on my listing, here's what happens. I can't represent a buyer and a seller at the same time. Even though you and I have entered into an agreement, I also have an agreement with the seller. Does this mean that we're breaking up? Not necessarily. But we will have to terminate our buyer representation agreement. If you end up not purchasing my listing and want to start searching for properties again with me, we can easily reinstate our agreement. In a previous video in this series, I elaborated on the advantages of being a represented buyer. I care about you, and I want the best for you, and you have the right to be fully represented. If you want to make an offer on one of my listings, you have three options. Door number one. I have an arrangement with an outstanding agent in my office who can step in and provide representation for you. In your agreement with that agent, you could state that the market area is limited to just the one property on which you're going to make the offer. That way, you and I can reinstate our agreement if it doesn't work out and you don't purchase my listing. Door number two. You can search for and choose another agent. And again, you could state in your agreement that the market area is just the one specific property. Or, door number three. I don't want you to feel like I'm abandoning you. We've probably spent hours together by this point. You know me, you trust me, and maybe you decide that you want to keep working with me, even if I represent the seller. And you can. So even though I can't represent you, I can still work with you to purchase my listing. But I'll be providing a different level of service to you. I won't be able to give advice, opinions, or recommendations. And it's important to keep in mind that I'll be working in the best interest of the seller. However, I'm obligated by my code of ethics to treat all parties fairly and honestly, and I'm required to disclose to you everything I know about the property. With option 3, since I no longer represent you, you're not responsible for any part of my compensation. That will be the responsibility of the seller. In the listing agreement, the seller and I have already decided how I'll be compensated if I work with the buyer who purchases their property. However, with options 1 and 2, you may be responsible for fully or partly compensating the agent who represents you. I hope this video and the others in the Buyer Consultation series have been informative and helpful. I look forward to working with you as you begin your journey to become a South Padre Island area property owner.